Welcome to Alternative Soundcheck. My name is Casey McCabe, and today we are making our way to London and catching up with Max Dunn of Gang of Youths. How are you? You there?
I'm great, Casey. Thanks for having me, bro. I'm really well. Looking forward to talking to you.
I'm glad you could take some time today and talk to us. I mean, so you are walking around London. Are you guys rehearsing and getting ready for the tour and the album?
Yeah, man. We got our new album coming out next week, and a lot of it was made with chronic amounts of overthinking and months and months working on certain shit, and as a result, a lot of it is really hard to play live in a band setting, which is cool. Like I'd rather it's hard and challenges us, and like I think that by nature of that, it makes it a more compelling show. But yeah, right now we're like locked in a room all day, every day, basically, just trying to get it to sound awesome, bro. That's what I just came from about 5 minutes ago.
So how was this like one of the first rehearsals back?
Yeah, it's sort of the first time we've tried to. There's a few of the songs that we like the singles that we've played live before, like on a few tours we've done, like just around the UK last year. But yeah, all of the hard ones, all of like the sort of layered. If you haven't heard the record, I just this won't make sense. But there's a lot of sort of new American minimalism and like very diverse vibes, sort of UK garage, break beats. There's a lot of stuff that people wouldn't typically have heard on a Gang of Youths record that we've wanted to do for a while, but we finally got the balls to do it. So we've got to make that all work live.
No, I think that's great. So what kind of finally made you guys say, all right, we're doing it this time around, no excuses?
Well, I think like Dave's kind of loved that's sort of what he grew up on, a lot of that classical stuff, and we've all kind of we're weirdly instinctual. Like we all kind of like the same shit. We're very diverse backgrounds, like literally, like we're all from different countries, but we and he said he really wanted to push the stuff, and like that was part of the process, bro, because we made a lot of music that we threw out because it just wasn't what we wanted to be right now. And I think a big part of it was Tom joining, our new member, who's a savant level composer and instrumentalist, and so he's kind of opened up a bunch of opportunity for us, and Dave's really been able to like chase the soundscape he's wanted, and we've spent 2 years layering it, man, like trying shit. We engineered it, produced it ourselves. We had some help on a few tracks from Peter Cadis, who's most American listeners who love music will probably know, and our friend Peter Hutchings. But for the most part, it was just us in a room having a crack, to be honest. And I think the freedom of that, the letting go, the open-handedness, everyone jumping on whatever they wanted, recording whatever they wanted, sort of breathed a whole new life into the band, I think.
I really like that.
That was long-winded.
Look, man, you've been working hard today. All right, rehearsal, get on the phone, straight to an interview. So we thank you, Max, for taking the time. But no, looking back, when did the whole process start for this album, Angel in Real Time?
I think
kind of this journey.
Yeah, I think it was like a lot of people won't know, just the American audience, but we lived in a house together in Angel, which is a suburb in London. So it's like a pretty famous, iconic London suburb. Suburb's a bad word for it. More like a neighborhood. Like,
what's it called again? What's the neighborhood?
It's called Angel, like an angel in heaven.
Angel. Oh, like Angel. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So that's sort of like a classic Dave, like double triple meaning for everything.
Look at that. Slip that. I would never have guessed that. Now, thank you for pointing that out.
No, yeah. So we lived in the house in Angel, where Dave started demoing I think that Angel of Eighth was being demoed 4 years ago, and a number of the other songs like Dave had in his head, and so it started kind of back then, and then a bunch of shit happened. We did a bunch of touring, and then sort of it was about 2.5 years ago we started recording in earnest. And it literally took us this long, but it was, it was we recorded in New Zealand, we recorded in Hungary, most of it in London in our shitty little room, like I said. And so it kind of took this huge journey, and in a weird way, we were afforded time by the pandemic, which obviously has been fucking devastating for a lot of people, including us. But yeah, one of the silver linings has been that, like that time to just do the thing we wanted to do.
Was there ever a time of living together, all of you? You're like, all right, this is a bad move. I'm getting under everyone's skin, and this is not gonna work.
Man, it was weirdly functional. Like I'd say, like it wasn't perfect, but we also like most of the girls live there too. But we've all been best friends for a long time, and our wives and girlfriends are all really close. So I think they sort of probably held it together in a lot of ways too. And we had mates living on the couch all the time. Like it was quite fun, but it was definitely a season and time that we could never repeat.
Right.
But
like next time maybe get some cameras. It could kind of be like a real world type thing, a little reality show on how to make a record with Gang.
The boringest reality TV show of all time. Hey, bro, do you want some milk from the off license? Yeah, sure. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I don't know if there'd be enough drama for that. Not for you Americans, mate.
We need a lot. You have to slam the milk. Be like, give me the milk, man. What are you doing, Max? It's mine.
Have you ever watched Australian or New Zealand reality TV? It's very funny because there's no I encourage listeners to like YouTube some, because like someone gets kicked out of like Survivor and they're not emotional. It's just like, oh yeah, well thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, go back to my job. Yeah, thank you. And it's just so boring. Because there's none of that American, the optimism that creates the the fall when it doesn't work out, and like the fire, which is what makes America such a great place to play music and to that heart. You know what I mean?
We need that drama.
So it's a good thing.
Gotta bring it, man. You got to bring that drama. Let's talk about also, we're playing in the wake of your leave. I know that a lot of the music you guys make and write, is very personal. What can you tell us about this song and kind of, for you as well and working with everyone?
I think, so David wrote this record about his dad, and it's about a lot of things, like he's sort of like connected for the first time in some ways with his Samoan Pacifica heritage, and met brothers he didn't know existed, and a lot happened for him in a pretty short time. And so it's about that, and it's kind of a London record, and it's a very broad thing, but like ultimately it's a story about a dad, a Dave's relationship with his dad. And so I think Wake of Your Leave was sort of the first real one that made sense to him lyrically. We've had that one for a long time. That was one of the early ones that was actually done pretty early on, and was very instinctual. Very, like, is that a word? Instinctive. Like it was incredibly fast that came together. Everyone kind of added their part, and it just worked, and it was just beautiful. We loved that. We love that song. And it's about grief. It's a pop song about grief. Like he's talking about how it comes and goes, and you're super upset and grieving, and then all of a sudden you're not thinking about it, and you're just getting a beer with a mate, and then you feel like shit for not thinking about it, or you miss the grief because it made you feel connected. And that kind of pendulum that I think Dave sort of found himself on with the loss of his father. So I think, and as his mate, he has a vision. He's the tip of the spear, and we spend our time, and it's our job to just make it as beautiful as possible. Just work our asses off to make the whole thing glide,
Yeah, and I think you guys do that every time. I mean, we're really looking forward to this album and just all the hard work that you guys have put into it for so long. So congratulations on everything, and bringing this music to the world. I'm sure it also just feels good for yourself as well.
Oh, bro, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think it's just music's a funny thing, man. Like at the end of the day, it's a job, it's a trade. Like you make a thing that you try and connect with people, and that's all that that's all you've really got. So we're not saving the world, but we did a thing that we're proud of, which I think is pretty cool.
I think it's great.
I feel good about it.
And that also means you guys will be hopping on a plane at some point and headed to the U.S. For a tour.
Yes, man.
What are you looking forward to? You're talking about, the U.S. is a kind of a crazy place to get out there, and our reality shows are very crazy. But what do you look forward to when touring in the U.S.?
Man, what don't I look forward to, bro? I love it, man. Like, not every musician from overseas loves it, but I love it. I think it's like the crowds are just awesome. They're so like, I love how different cities, how like a freezing night in Minneapolis can feel completely different to Southern California on the same tour. Like, that's a really cool thing. Mm-hmm. And the people are so different in different places. But yeah, I just love all that shit, man. Like, I love getting, American IPAs and watching the NBA at like 7 p.m. rather than in the middle of the night. And it's just, I don't know, it rules, bro.
It's like the little things that everyone else is out here like, what are you talking about? It's just normal. We watch it at 7 or whatever. You're like, that's what I look forward to. Can't wait to get there.
We love that shit, man. Yeah, dude. It's just touring, bro. Like, you grow up as a kid, man. I'm from New Zealand, bro. Like, I'm from like a tiny island.
Well, I was gonna say, New Zealand, isn't it like a bunch of extreme sports? I mean, isn't that what you have like bungee jumping, skydiving, snowboarding, skiing?
Bro, it's not for a lot of stuff, but to sum it up, mate, it's just beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's what happens if you let nature do its thing, and you don't do too much to faff with the nature, and there's just beautiful rivers and mountains. But yeah, I'm from there, man. So like, America's like every movie I ever watched, bro. Like, I modeled my entire life on Marty McFly, somewhat unsuccessfully, but like, there's so much of that.
Like some Back to the Future, Marty McFly. We're gonna get you like a little a hoverboard.
That guy's my hero, man. Like, straight up.
Dude, I mean, out of the three, just real quick, what is your favorite out of the three?
I think it's got to be the first one, and I'm not trying to be a hipster with that. Like, it's just the best movie. But I love the Western one as well.
Oh, mate, see, I'm right in the middle. I would have said part 2 because as a kid watching that, you just wanted a flying car, you wanted a hoverboard, you wanted to be able to the sports almanac. I mean, the jacket that dries itself.
We were lied to, bro. We were lied to.
No, it's still gonna happen. I'm still waiting for that stuff to happen, right?
We've just got phones that ruin our lives, and what else we got? Pandemics.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of hope too. But yeah, Steven Spielberg. Who was it? Oh, all right, I should know that. Spielberg produced it, I think. Yeah, I mean, he lied to us.
He did. But I'm still gonna hold on to it. One thing I saw on your Instagram, you also you're a big fan of cricket. Is that?
Oh,
right?
Bro. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm talking literally for myself here. Like, I don't think anyone else in Gang of Youths. Dave's father actually loved cricket. Is there a quick breakdown of an easy way to follow cricket? Like, what are the basic? Bro, it's like, it's so different. Like, there's no real. In terms of the mechanics of it, like. It's kind of like baseball in that you're hitting a ball, but the ball bounces before it gets to you. The ball, you don't have any mitt to catch the ball. It's so different, bro. But it's like, you know what it's like though? It's like those sports where the slightest change can make the biggest difference. So it's like if you're kind of like a nerdy NBA fan, like mm-hmm. like you care about like true shooting percentages and stupid stuff like that, you'll probably like cricket. It's you'll do the same thing 100 times and then change a tiny thing to get a result. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, you have to be a real nerd kind of grow up with it to love it. But yeah, I'm probably both.
If I catch you out on tour, I'm going to pull you aside in my Marty McFly jacket and be like, all right, bro, show me some cricket. Show me what we got to do.
I will, dude. I'll show you, man.
Well, Max, I want to thank you for taking your time today. What are you looking forward to also for 2022? We got the album tour. What else are you looking forward to? Or is that kind of it in a nutshell?
just going to show you this is
There
London
he is.
Fields,
There he
my
is.
dodgy park.
I love that. Where are where are we real quick?
We're in like East London, bro. So this is the park where I walk through every day to go to rehearsal. There's a playground there, and yeah,
Looks like a
I'm in
nice
East London.
spot. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking with us today on your walk home from rehearsal and giving us kind of all the insight. But yeah, what are you looking forward to here for 2022? You got a lot going on.
Man, just people having heard the album, man, just releasing it and getting to tour again and just sort of hopefully just connect with people on the road. Like so much of what we love doing is that. So hopefully that we get that this year and nothing gets cancelled and we don't have to do that whole 2021, 2020 thing again. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, exciting, man. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys over there. Will you should come to the show, man. I think we're doing one in San Fran.
Yeah, I would definitely saw the date. So I will find my way, and trust me, I'll have my cricket stuff and I'll be like, yo, Max, hey, remember me? Cricket guy.
Let's do it, man. I love talking about cricket. I'll bore you to death, mate. But anyway.
I love it. Well, we're looking forward to the album Angel in Real Time and all the new music and seeing you on tour. Thank you so much, Max from Gang of Youth.
Nice to meet you, Casey.
Talking with Alternative Soundcheck. We'll see you on tour.
See you, mate.